obviously gave you a boost there. Is this the sort of game that's sort of made for him, the way he finds ways?
Yeah, I mean, we were joking, the coaching staff, and we talked to the players, a little raggedy win that we'll take, but, that's kind of how Tari plays. So, I guess he fits into that. But, no, he was good. He, obviously, 18 and 14, impacted the game a ton of ways, hitting all the loose balls, hitting big shots, and we needed a little infusion of a little spark there. Obviously in the first quarter, but mostly throughout the game. So, defense was great, offense wasn't, and he gave us a good boost.
What does it say about Tari that he had this kind of game when he hasn't been feeling well for a couple days?
I mean, he wants to play. He always wants to play. He took a few falls in Denver, and kind of leg got sore there, and then he had some stomach bug,
Yeah.
so he was out there a little bit. But a lot of guys are feeling it and feeling down, and he's a competitor that loves to play and missed some time, and really bothered him that he missed those games early in the season, so he's not going to miss anymore, if possible.
And you said a lot of guys were feeling it. Were guys playing sick tonight?
No, not tonight. Reggie's obviously out with that. Dylan missed practice, and he was out the last few days. And then Tari before that, and some other guys. Jock obviously missed the games with the flu, so it's kind of going around. A few coaches missed games, and so trying to fight it off. And guys can play through it, they will.
With Wembanyama, he's going to have his turnovers, his misses. On the defensive end, is it kind of jarring to see that physical profile in action?
Yeah, I mean, the size and length there, but I didn't love our IQ would challenge him on point blank layups, and so he had 5 blocks at halftime, and I think 3 or 4 of those were he was standing right there, and guys were trying to go up over him. So he crowds the paint and is a deterrent there, but we got to kick out to guys when they're wide open and instead of trying to shoot over a 7-5 guy. But yes, he can be opposing at the basket.
With centers like him, is it a handful of guys that you think are like that in the league? Is he alone in his standing like that in the league, or?
I mean, you got some other guys, obviously Gobert and some, Embiid and some rim protectors there, but the way he does it, covering ground and moving on the perimeter, he moves more like a guard, obviously, so he can make up some ground when he's beat, and so, he's a deterrent, but he's also unique in the way he does it.
What do you think of him, man?
Good, he was getting his feet wet again, obviously getting back at the NBA game after missing all that time. It's going to take a little time there, but, let alone being a rookie. So to miss the time and do what he did in the G League and our, 5-on-5 workouts, he looked good out there. He brought a spark, and, he really pushes the pace. So you have him and Aaron in there, did some good things as far as getting out and running when we had the opportunity.
His ability to rebound, is that when you talk about pushing the pace where he can get a rebound and just push pace?
Yeah, we encourage all our guys to do that, let alone him, being one of the biggest guards and most athletic guards, and the pace that he plays with. So we want, whether it's Alpi and our bigs that rebound to push, but obviously he is on another level as far as speed, getting up the court and trying to find guys.
Talking about rebound, this is the 3rd consecutive game Bryce Smith Jr. Had double figures in it. What has been his mindset, just making sure he take care of that part of the game for you guys?
Just going after it, being more aggressive there. He's battling on the defensive end. I think the offensive glass has really been his focus. He's on the perimeter a lot, and guys don't always turn the box out, and he's been having some free runs in there and getting us extra possessions and twos. And so I think we had 7 at halftime and finished with 15, so did a good job in the second half as well, and he's been a big part of that. Alpi's going to kind of draw some bodies down there, and I think the guards and wings have a lot of free lanes to go in and try to clean it up, and he's been great as far as that.
How do you balance having maybe a short leash when guys are making mistakes defensively or bad decisions offensively versus letting them play through some of those mistakes?
It's more so time and score, and what we need in the game. Obviously, in the start of the game, we don't want everybody to make a mistake. I say that quite often, like everybody can have one, my bad, and then those add up, whether we're getting us into the bonus or high turnover numbers. But, as we talk about things at halftime and make adjustments, we can't have the same mistakes. And so it comes down to it, 3rd, 4th quarter, the leash is going to be a little tighter, and we go with the guys who are playing well and not making the same mistakes over and over.
You
When
didn't
they
have
got the lead to 4 there with about 4 minutes left, what was the key to being able to kind of put them away there?
Settling down and sticking with the shots that we were getting. I felt we got a ton of great looks. Shot it a little bit better in the second half, but I love the calming presence that we can go through Alpi in the post. For the most part, Noah's going to generate some good offense for himself or others, and so it's always nice to throw it down there. But you trust your guys, and Fred kind of gets us into the set, so it gives us great looks, and finally knocked a few down. Guys hit a few big shots.
What does it say about the team that in the past, when the shots weren't falling, they would let that affect them on defensive end, but it seems like it's a different story this season?
Yeah, we flipped our mindset as far as that, where we're going to guard every night, and when the offense is flowing, it's a 20-point win. When it's not, you can still win by 11. Obviously, holding teams in the 80s, 90s in the NBA nowadays is uncommon, and kind of hang our hat on that. So didn't play our best offensively, like I said, but still relied on defense and did a lot of good things out there. Offense clicking a little bit better, we get a comfortable win tonight.
Is it a sign of growth for Malpe that, he started off this game kind of rough, but then he can still be that calming presence you described at the end of the game?
Yeah, it was big. I really talked to him at halftime about getting him some more touches. Wembanyama had 3 fouls, and so although he blocked a few shots, we don't want to abandon our inside game there and him still be aggressive. And so whether he misses some shots, has some turnovers, we know we can kind of go into him and he'll get it going eventually. And so I think he was much better in the second half, and gives us that versatility on the offensive end in the post.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.